I'm Cindy Goss. This is my audience. Okay.
My dictatorship paper was written over Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He is the past Prime Minister of Turkey and current President of the Turkey Republic. You might ask how one can go from being a Prime Minister to President of the same nation, and we'll get into that. But first, let's go into a little bit of his background. He was a semi-professional football player, or soccer player as us Americans know it. With his strong background in sports and religion, it shaped him into the powerful and strong-willed man that he claims to be today. He was brought up and held in a Muslim household, which is the same as 99% of Turkey. He also received a public high school education as well as college, where he received his background and degree with some political degrees. While he was in college, he was part of some leadership positions in some organizations, and that really gave him his kickstart to getting into politics. After he graduated, he created his party called the Welfare Party, and he served as the mayor of his town with that party for several years. One year, while he was giving his speech to the public, he read and gave the poem of, excuse me if I get this wrong, but I believe it's called the Gulistan poem, Layla. And this is basically known as a religious hate speech. So after this poem, he was actually imprisoned for 4 years. And his welfare party they were all told that they could not come back into politics. And he served 4 years in prison. In 2001, he came back, though he didn't let that deter him, and he formed the Islamist-rooted Justice and Development Party, or the acronym for that is the AKP. He served as the Prime Minister with this organization from 2003 to 2014. So, how did he become Prime Minister for so long and then become the President? Well, he served 3 consecutive terms, and he could no longer legally serve another term and get voted in. Well, this is similar to how in America we have a president can't serve for 2 terms as president. Turkey has that their prime minister couldn't serve for 3. So he knew he still wanted to be heavily involved in politics in Turkey, so he ran for the president, which was seen as a role more of just to have the title. Kind of how in America we look at Europe and England with their kings and queens. We think that they really don't hold that much power. It's more so just to keep it in the family name and to go with traditions. That's how typically the president was seen. However, Erdogan took this role and really ran with it. He was the first president voted in by the popular vote, which meant that at least 51% of Turkey, but it was an overwhelming number more than that, had voted for him to be their president. After he was voted in as president, he actually had a democratic vote with the people of Turkey, and they voted out the prime minister. So he went from holding, this title to now becoming basically the most powerful man in Turkey. And he did this with his conservative views that he had, and that so many of the Turkey people also have. In 2013, at the end of his prime ministership, he was having backlash